Coach, how
Hi,
proud?
guys. Before I answer any questions, looking back at last week's performance, being that usually I like to put the game to rest, so to speak, and move on to our next opponent. But we do have a bye. But still, my mindset is we've put the game to rest at this point. So I'm sure a lot's been said and so forth about it. I'm pleased with the direction we're headed. We've got a lot accomplished in the film room today, and we believe we are simply headed in the right direction.
Coach, the offensive line has been the story. How do you account for such a turnaround from 1 week to the next?
Well, I see Michael Yeck there with a couple of guys. There is a tremendous story that's currently happening in the program. And a big chunk of that is going on with the offensive line. And I think you folks, I'm not going to tell you how to do your job, even though I know y'all have nice little ways of telling me how to do mine. But there are a lot of stuff you're missing the boat. You need to be talking with Garrett Touche. You need to be talking with our offensive line. I did receive a call from Coach French over the weekend, and he said it's the biggest transformation from week 1 to week 2 that he's seen in his career as a college football player and coach. So I do believe that there are lots of storylines that are just going, for the Cougar faithful that want to kind of know the nuts and bolts of the program. I really believe there's a lot there.
2J's always been about effort. Is it just simply an effort thing, these guys buying in and believing in what you're trying to do out there?
Well, the whole offense is an effort-based deal. The offensive line is no different from our wide receiver spot. It's trying to put forth your best effort on every given play. So whether the play is good, bad, or not, play the next play sort of thing. And Coach Touche has done a really good job within a quick year with the players we have to develop a culture, a mindset. And I know it didn't show as much as we'd like week 1, but we keep plugging away, and week 2 we were better. We were better there. Week 3 we have a bye. We need to rest because the guys are going pretty hard. The next game we hope to take a step forward. So that's the idea.
You ran 99 plays. Is that what you envisioned, pretty much, the best case scenario?
We're trying to go as fast as we can, and we're trying to go as hard as we can. At the end of the game, I heard it was 99. There was no discussion or no strategy as to 99, 95, 92, 120. There was no discussion along those lines. So I found out at the end of the game.
Who's the leader on the offensive line?
That's tough to say because it's still a group in development. So that's really tough to say for me right now. I think until that player leadership thing emerges, usually the coach is the one that they lean on for that. And right now, I think the leadership process is still in development.
Any changes? We saw Edward Fusey come in. We saw Braden Kersley play. Any changes to those 5 you gave us last week?
Well, we're trying to rotate as many guys as we can. Again, I do believe the offense requires that. Nobody can play that many plays, so we try to rotate. And obviously, you have to be deserving to get playing time. So we don't rotate as much as we'd like to. I'll put it that way.
Sorry, Justin Sorensen's been kicking a lot more accurately than last year, and how much does that weigh into decisions you make on 3rd down, 4th down, field position, all those kinds of things?
We look forward to Justin growing as well, because I do believe a kicker's kind of like an offensive football. You grow with confidence and have Justin have a really good outing. You can't help but build your confidence from there. So we look forward to him developing as well as an offensive threat, which he was a really huge part of our success the other night.
Can you talk about the contribution of your inside guys, your tight ends, and the inside receivers, just as far as what they're doing to help out this offense at this point?
Well, those long runs had a lot to do with how those guys were working downfield. And, I look forward to them developing with the offense just as much as any position. But I will say this, their effort is getting better. And, we look forward to them playing harder and executing at a higher level. And I do believe that the effort comes first, and then the execution will follow. So right now, we're still working on the effort part and the execution. As the effort part gives more consistency, I do believe the execution will follow.
You've had great tight ends in receiving over your years here. Do you see them emerging more in the passing game as well, or are you seeing like what you're seeing as far as the blocking side of that, just from what they're doing right now?
Well, that kind of goes hand in hand. If you earn your value on the field, then your number gets called. If it's not, then the key to good offense, I think, is working with the development of your players. If you get too far out in front of yourself, then it doesn't look as well. When it looks well, then you're probably right on the money with what your guys can do and what they're good at doing, and then you build from there. So,
What did you make of Arizona?